from a trade standpoint, he's a difficult eval. Bryan Woo's a difficult eval because there's the very, very short track record, not just in the big leagues, but in pro ball. And he also didn't throw much in college. I've beaten that drum a lot, and some of you are tired of hearing about that, but that matters. That also makes it that much more impressive that here he is. An analyst tried to suggest to me recently there's still real reliever risk here. And I'm like, I'm going to call BS on that, bro. Like, he throws too many strikes and has too much fastball value to be thinking about the bullpen as a long-term role. This guy is a starter. Strikeout rate hasn't budged from the minors. It's essentially the same. He's at, 61 and 2/3 innings for the year now? 44 in the minors? Yeah, it's been very impressive for Bryan Woo. By the way, if I'm another club thinking about Woo, I would have some questions to Jerry Dipoto about how they went about prepping him for last year, prepping him for this year. I'd want to know that those jive with the way I want to handle guys, or I'd at least been like, oh yeah, love it. Awesome. It doesn't have to be exactly the way that I would do it. But if I'm the Blue Jays, or I'm the Cubs, or I'm the Rays, or the Orioles, or whoever, and I'm trading for Bryan Woo, I would ask those questions. I want to know how he was handled. Yeah, he's a tough one, man. He's a starter, not a reliever, but it's a really short track record. He does have Tommy John on his resume. So, and I think the secondaries, when you're comparing him to Miller, by the way, I think the difference is Miller's just a little further along with the breaking balls. When you watch, isn't that kind of what you see? Both have fastball value, both throw enough strikes in general, but Miller has a better assortment of off-speed stuff, and two, the breaking ball just looks a little further down the road, but like a half a season, maybe. I think that might be the only difference. So when you're thinking about value, it's really about the injury history and the limited resume that comes with it for Bryan Woo. Probably, if you're thinking about, can Bryan Woo headline a deal for that true impact middle of the order bat? I don't think so. Not right now anyway. And probably not even in the winter. But what if you do kind of this double-headed headliner sort of thing? What if it's Bryan Woo and Harry Ford? Or Bryan Woo and Cole Young? Or Bryan Woo and Gabriel Gonzalez? Something along those lines. You might be able to open someone's eyes with that and get the player you're really looking for. If you're ranking the Mariners' young starters, by the way, if I'm doing it, I don't know how you would put it. But here's how I'd rank it in terms of trade value. Number 1, George Kirby. Number 2, Bryce Miller. You heard that right. Number 2, Bryce Miller. Number 3, Logan Gilbert. Number 4, Woo. Now, Miller over Gilbert because there's a 2-year difference in control. Miller's free agent year is after the 2029 season. Kirby's is after 2028. Gilbert's is after 2027. So Gilbert had a disadvantage there right from the start. And Woo also would be after 2029, like Miller.